Hello YouTubers, and today I'm going to be reviewing the History of the Daleks set number 3. So just before I crack on with this and show the figures, let's show off the backdrop of the packaging. So here we can see we've got Mechanus with a few Easter eggs and that scattered around like they normally do. I do like that they are doing this with the Dalek sets, just like the title says, having custom backdrops for each one of them. And in terms of the box itself, not really much to see. The information that there is on the back here, you can pause to read that in your own time. But yeah, without further ado, let's get on to actually reviewing the figures themselves. So, if they can stop moving around, that'd be nice. So, what was interesting about this set is that, if you remember, Alduar said, well, one of Alduar's associates said we would never see a chase guard Dalek or anything like that ever again. And then a few weeks later, we got the announcement of this. So, yeah, we knew this set was coming, but I'll quickly go over the Chase Guard Dalek since there's not a lot to really talk about with this one. So, if I just bring in the Jungles of Mechanus variant, just to see them side by side here, you can see that basically it is the same thing, except the Chase Guard has some improvements that the Jungles of Mechanus one really should have had, and that is that the dome has a slight, and it is slight, but a slight sort of metallic finish to it, and it's really hard to pick it up on camera. It is very, very subtle. If we take a look at the two domes, you can see this one here has almost a matte finish, and this one, you know, sort of sparkles a bit in the light and is slightly lighter, and really this is what that one should have been in terms of colours. The colours just seem to pop. The same with the hemispheres. This one, they're more of a blue, and them ones are almost more of a purple colour, which is a bit odd. But they have given it the TV 60s fender. But here's something really odd. So the plunger, you know, being blue, that's fine. But the gun, yeah, the gun being that colour, sorry, but no, the gun should not be a blue colour. It just shouldn't. And I'm trying to get a focus on this. There we go. So the gun should not be a blue colour. It should be silver. It should be the same as the other. I mean, these are two representations of the same Dalek, so they should be the same colour. So I don't know why they've done that, to be honest. And it is a shame that this one they did give the metallic finish to, because again, this one should have the metallic finish. It's a bit weird that we're getting this one so soon after this variant of it. It just feels a bit odd to me that they would release it so soon after. Remember, this came out just a few weeks ago, and yet we're already getting, you know, a re-release of the original variants. So yeah, that's a bit odd. But anyhow, let's get on to the sound effect, not the sound effects, the regular sort of Chase Dalek. And can you spot an issue already? The eye. Now, to be honest, it doesn't look as bad as I initially thought, but yes, again, Alduar seems to have this obsession with doing variants for the sake of variants. And this one is no exception. They've given it the smaller pupil in the centre, which none of the Daleks in the Chase should actually have. They should actually have the full-size eye. And the thing is, there's no reason to do it in this set. These are clearly two completely different Daleks in terms of paint and everything, and even sculpting in places. So yeah, for B&M, you know, B&M having insistence that, you know, no two figures be the same, if that is truly the case, then why have they done this? This is not correct. In person, it doesn't look too bad, and it is an easy fix. Something they have done, actually, is made the rings around the eye lighter, but also the correct amount. In fact, if I bring out the original release, so this is the Forbidden Planet exclusive version compared to its original counterpart here. I'm just taking a look at the two of them. Yeah, to be honest, I do prefer that the pupil on this one. It just looks a lot better, but something the original didn't have is the original, for some reason, they gave it the Dead Planet eye, which it shouldn't have. The blue being slightly lighter, I mean, it technically is. I don't know if this is a little bit too light, but it looks alright. But the main improvement is they gave it the egg cup dome lights, which, to be fair to the original release, they weren't actually around. They hadn't actually sculpted the egg cup dome lights when this was originally released. That didn't come until the Power Dalek later on. However, there is an issue between the two of them, and it's the shoulder sections. Now, this one, on its own, yeah, it looks fine, but then you put it next to this one and you go, whoa, 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 what the hell's happened here? So, I've actually looked at several colour photos from both Power, well, I have seen colour photos from Power, but mainly the Chase and Dalek's Master Plan, and the shoulder section should really be this. Maybe a tiny bit lighter, but nowhere near this, and this, again, is a problem. It is Alduar's, obsession with variance for the sake of variance, and this is just really, really getting on my nerves now. It's just like, why would you make another variant just for the sake of having a bloody variant? It doesn't make any logistic sense to do this again, which is a shame, because, if they did have to do a Dalek with the smaller people, if that is a thing that they absolutely have to do, then why not do it with the Chase Guard? Why not do it with that? Why give it the blue gun as well, which is really bizarre. But yeah, just why with this? Because the thing is, otherwise this is a really nice Dalek, and I really do like this one as well. But also the hemispheres, I don't know, they are slightly darker than the lighter baby blue ones, which is nice, but really they should be closer to this than this. And the thing is, I wouldn't be making as much of a point about this if, Alduar hadn't literally said that, they were trying to make them as accurate as possible to the props. But they're just not. They're just not. Also, interestingly, this Dalek has no scuffing on the fender whatsoever. There's no scuffing on the fender this time around. And to be honest, this one should actually technically have a little bit on the fender. A tiny bit of scuffing on the fender. Not really anything massively noticeable, but the fact that they gave scuffing on the Dead Planet Daleks, which are the only ones that should be 100% immaculate, and that they didn't on this one. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually glad that it doesn't have it, because I thought that they went a bit overboard with the scuffing, to be honest. It should be very subtle, but, they generally do go overboard with this, so yeah. But anyway, what do I overall think of this set? Do I think that this is worth the money? Well, yes, I still do think that is worth the money. However, if you do have an original release of the sound effects Dalek, or even the Mechanus variant, I think the Mechanus variant, was a better one to get, although they're no longer available. But if you did miss out on the Jungles of Mechanus Dalek, then yeah, this is it's a good enough substitute for that. In terms of the standard 60s one, now, I'll probably repeat this in my review of the other one, but the fact that it's got the small people is just really, really irritating to, constantly have a Dalek that always has the small people. Now, if you have the original release, yeah, this one is a definite improvement. However, what I would say is a better option on doing is actually, if you want an army of, 60s Hartnell Daleks, but with regular-sized eyes, what is actually a better thing to do is get the History of the Daleks set number 4, and actually swap the Flamethrower and the Supreme Daleks plunger. That's actually a better way of doing that. And it's so annoying that character no longer sells spare parts on their website anymore. That is a real shame that they no longer do that, because then you could have bought up on spare eye stalks and swapped them round. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say for that. I still do recommend it, but if I ignore the flaws in these sets, then they're never going to change, unfortunately. Hopefully, with the next sets, then hopefully with Power and Evil, hopefully I've sorted out all the kinks. But yeah, overall, this is just a bit disappointing for me, honestly. But I still do like it nonetheless. Anyway, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.